Hi there. I am so proud of my team of assistants who helped me in sharing the Awaken Way with all of you. We really were put to the test this evening. A few hours ago, we all met online ready for me to host my monthly connection webinar. We had hundreds of people signed up and ready to come into the Zoom room. And everybody was geared up. We were all dressed really great and dressed up. I had spent hours getting ready this afternoon. We'd send out email announcements to everybody. And I said, okay, guys, you ready to go? And they said, yep. So I muted myself, turned off my camera, and started the webinar so I could go meditate and get centered. And I could hear the girls starting to welcome people. And usually once we open the gate, people come flooding in. But in this case, I looked and 7 people came in and then the number stopped. And I looked at that and I looked at it and it didn't grow again. So I came back in the Zoom room and we said, what's going on? And we realized right away there was a problem with the link we sent out. So I came back on camera. And did we ever have a chance to practice what we preach? And that's why I'm sharing this with all of you now. You know, there was such a human desire to totally lose it and say, oh my God, wait, we have hundreds of people ready to come in and where's the link? Who screwed up? What do we do? What do we do? And I'm going to share with you in a moment here a video so you can see how every one of us really practice the tools in this book, The Awaken Way. Number one tool for all of us and you when things go awry is to stop, take a deep breath, and simply observe. Don't get caught up in the story and the drama. And that's what we did. We all passed the test. And the phrase you say, and we were all saying, is, isn't that interesting? And I could feel the panic wanting to well up because people had paid for this webinar and were looking at our clocks. And I know they're all trying to tune in. And so we tuned in to spirit. Here, just check a moment here. Look at this video and watch how calm everybody is.
People signed up for a live webinar, and I think that
says they like observing stress management in real time. Thank you, Michelle.
What really cracks me up is you see there in the lower side, my newest assistant, Christy Majors. Now, she's brand new to these webinars. She has no idea what goes on in the background. We helped to set it up with the links and working with Zoom. And I could tell that she knew she couldn't help us, but I don't know if you noticed, she just held space. She told me later she was doing Reiki on everyone to just bring peace. Let me see. And so instead of losing it, we figured out, okay, somehow the wrong link went out. Then we tuned in again. And here's another phrase. And the reason I'm doing this video for you, another phrase that works perfectly when the world is going to hell around you is to say, I would prefer. It's called upgrading your demands to preferences. I learned that from Ken Keyes, a spiritual transformation teacher from decades ago. So we could have said, oh my God, this can't be happening. What are we going to do? Well, the thing is, everybody, whatever's going on that you wish weren't happening is happening. And getting upset about it just doesn't help. So we would prefer that not be happening. We would prefer that everybody had the right link. But in that moment of saying, isn't that interesting? I would prefer. Now we were open to insights, and I just calmly looked to the side. I'm tuning into my guides for guidance. That's the subtitle here, making the shift to a divinely guided life. This is what the Awaken Way is all about. Let me just show you another quick clip of us later on in this 10 minutes of saying, we don't know what's going on, but how can we fix this? Watch this. So, okay. So we'll figure it out tomorrow, but the big thing for now is send an immediate email, Bev, if you can, to everybody who registered. Tell them that this glitch, we'll fix it, but we'll do this month's one next Tuesday. And as we were saying this, hundreds of emails were flooding my inbox, Valerie's inbox, Stephanie's inbox. By the way, Stephanie's not in that video because she was down and out with a respiratory infection. So sending lots of energy to her. But the whole rest of the team was there, so calm. Bev, beautiful Bev, jumped on this immediately afterwards and got an email out to everybody. And you know what the most beautiful part is? I knew that our Awaken Way community, everybody who'd signed up for a link, would be disappointed as we were. And yet they would know that just like in life, all is in perfect order. And even though I was disappointed afterwards because I was all ready to go and I was all ready to share pages of notes and insights from spirit with everybody, we're all dressed up and, you know, it's like ready for a party and nobody shows up. I knew that everybody would be forgiving and loving about it, and that we would not get nasty grams saying, well, I paid for this and where's my link? That just doesn't happen in our Awaken Way community. And I'm just so grateful to all of you for being on this journey with us. I'm so grateful to Spirit for the tools that they give us to deal with challenges when they come up. This is just a little one. I mean, it's a 2-hour webinar that now we're going to do next week instead of this week. Nobody got hurt. It's not life and death. And yet these Awaken Way principles help us with any of the human challenges that come up. They help us when we get knocked off balance. You learn to maintain your center no matter what. So tonight was just a little practice because life will throw curveballs at you all the time. And yet when you practice living this way and you know you're part of a spirit team and a beautiful earthly team, you know that's why they say you're never given more than you can handle. So grateful to my team here. Grateful for all of you for being on this journey with us. As long as I keep getting new tools from Spirit, I'm going to give them to all of you. Love you all so much. Thanks for being here with me.
Okay.
Oh, well, I guess we all must have something better to do for the next 2 hours.
Nothing better to do than to hang out with this group.